Some of the sights and sounds of one of the great rivalries in all of sports. Tonight here in Boston, it's the second and final meeting of the regular season between the best in the East and the best in the West. It is the toughest ticket in town. NBA on TNT Thursdays being presented by the United States Marine Corps. Kobe Bryant and his Los Angeles Lakers facing the defending NBA champion Boston Celtics. The Celtics at 41-9, 12 straight wins. Lakers 39-9. They've won 7 of their last 8, including 4 straight on this road trip. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with Reggie Miller. Doug Collins will be joined in just a moment by sideline reporter Craig Sager. This crowd is ready. Let's check out the McDonald's starting lineups for the Lakers, who come off the win in Toronto last night. Kobe following up his 61-point explosion with 36 against the Raptors. With Andrew Bynum injured, Pau Gasol, who's back to center. Lamar Odom back as a starter at power forward. The Celtics starting 5 now includes 3 All-Stars. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett returns after missing 2 games due to the flu, and Ray Allen added to the All-Star team earlier today to replace the injured Jameer Nelson of the Magic. A look at the officiating crew: Monty McCutcheon, James Capers, and Leon Wood. The Celtics last played Tuesday night in Philadelphia in a wild one, beat the Sixers on that last-second three-pointer by Ray Allen. They've won 24-26 here at home. The Lakers last night in Toronto beat the Raptors. They shot 51% in the process, and they're on their feet here in Boston as we get ready for the opening tip. And apparently someone stepped in too quickly.
Marv, I hope this game is as good as the environment right now, Reggie. This is some kind of electricity in this building.
Perkins and Gasol. And it's swatted back to the Lakers. Derek Fisher met by Rajon Rondo. And here is Lamar Odom, rejected by Garnett. And a foul is called.
Well, that's a good sign for the Lakers right there. Lamar Odom, obviously, he's going to have to take more responsibility with Bynum going down, being aggressive early in this game, going to the basket.
Well, and Phil Jackson told us, he said, we've got some things with Lamar Odom we want to do tonight so that Kevin Garnett cannot just roam defensively. You see him put him on the top of the floor, and that's what he loves to do, drive that ball to the basket. And Phil Jackson's biggest concern coming into the game tonight was Boston has been getting off to great starts. He wants his team here to sort of survive this early flourish of energy from the Boston Celtics.
Rondo on the foul. Odom just a 61% free throw shooter and misses on both. The last loss suffered by the Celtics in Cleveland, January the 9th. A game that saw LeBron put up 38 points. That's a kickball. And the Celtics will have 14 on the shot clock.
And the one matchup to watch, Kobe Bryant is playing Rajon Rondo, and what he's going to do is roam around. He's going to try to force Rondo to shoot the perimeter jump shots. And what Doc Rivers wants to counter with is he wants to really push the tempo of the game and get him in the open court.
Here is Garnett. Rebounded by Walton.
And, Coach, if you're Rondo, you can't fall in love and be disrespected because Kobe Bryant is guarding you. It's almost a wish list for him to shoot outside shots. Be aggressive. Do what you do best. Get into the paint.
Odom trying to find Bryant on the hop. 3 on 2. Allen kicks it back. Here is Pierce. Yes, that's a 3.
Both of these teams thrive off of steals and turnovers. So one of the areas to watch tonight, assist-turnover ratio. But last night, the Lakers 25 assists, only 5 turnovers.
Bryant. And the long rebound is handled by Rondo. Puts the speed on, goes all the way, is rejected but Garnett with the putback.
Always like to see when your bigs run the floor. Rondo putting pressure, getting to the hoop. Garnett does a good job of following up.
And as you said, Doug, Phil Jackson telling us of his concern about the Celtics coming out and decimating teams In the opening quarter, they have scored the first 5 points. Odom for the Lakers, their first bucket.
This is one of those games where Kobe has to really have a pulse beat of what his team needs early. They need him to score passes, and over the top to Garnett. Beautiful pass from Pierce as he was being fronted in the low post. Garnett with the easy score.
Kevin Garnett has missed the last 2 games due to the flu, and the flu has circulated throughout the locker room for the Celtics. Bryant fouled, not shooting foul. It's on Allen.
Yeah, KG just looked over here and said, "I'm a little winded." Look at Rondo, and this is what he's going to have to do: put pressure on the Lakers in transition. KG does a good job of following up for the dunk.
Gasol had it slapped away. Rondo chasing down. Walton is back. Rondo behind the back to Pierce.
Speaking with Doc Rivers before the game, this is one of the things he said he wanted to see. His team, he felt that he can get out and run on the Lakers.
Now Kobe looking to post up. Nice spin move for Kobe Bryant.
He is playing such great basketball. I read an article yesterday. He was talking about how he's shooting the ball much better this year than he did in the finals. He said he's worked on his jump shot, got a little bit more arc on the shot. And he said, I'm shooting it better than I did last year.
Here's Allen, catch and shoot. Rebounded by Gasol.
And as a shooter, you say to yourself, how did that not go down? That touched every inch of that rim.
Bryant able to drive the lane. He got the step. You mentioned, Doug, that he says he's been shooting much better. The other night, when he put up 61 against the Knicks in New York, he took only 31 shots and then went 20 of 20 at the line. Perkins, wild shot. Back comes Fisher. Changed his mind. Walton has to throw back outside, and Odom with the shot.
Yeah, too much overpassing there. I thought Fisher had a shot coming down in the break, and then I thought Lamar Odom had a nice little 15-footer view that took it.
Well, you can see what's happening here early. Is Doc Rivers said when his team is good, his big men are running. And Reggie, you've seen Garnett out ahead of the break. That's 2 or 3 times. And what he's doing is the Lakers are fronting him. He's getting great position. We've seen him get a follow-up dunk, a layup over the top, and this time he gets fouled. So he's running and putting all kinds of pressure on those Laker big men.
Walton opening up on Pierce, getting it down low to Rondo. And rebounded by Odom.
But I can live with that shot from Rondo, because if Kobe Bryant is going to roam like that, Rondo has to be aggressive at the offensive end, getting behind Bryant.
Here's Kobe for 3. And the box out by Pierce. Allen. Yes, what a smooth shot for Ray Allen. The Celtics 11, the Lakers 6. Walton. Luke Walton has worked his way back after a series of injuries. Rondo quickly to the front court, met by Fisher. Allen looking for the shot, slapped away by Bryant. Here is Kobe ahead of the field and puts it down.
Ray Allen felt that Kobe got away with hitting his arm coming in from behind. What you're seeing is both of these teams looking to run, and I think they both recognize that the easy baskets, the team that can get the most easy points tonight is going to win the game, because both these teams are good defensive teams.
So the Celtic lead is now 1. Perkins and Bryant getting involved, and the foul on Bryant.
Ray Allen, as he goes by Kobe, you see the knockaway, and Kobe gets out again. Both of these teams thrive in the open court. They both average over 8 steals a game. The Lakers get 19 points off turnovers, Boston 18. So when you turn the ball over against these teams, they will both go down and capitalize.
And Doc Rivers did not like the turnover number this past Tuesday night in Philadelphia. Although they beat the Sixers, they turned it over 20 times.
And Philadelphia got 30 points off those 20 turbos, Marv.
Shot clock to 3. Perkins. And Odom able to tip it to Bryant. The Lakers at 39-9. They have won 4 in a row on this road trip. Here's Bryant spinning his way. And a loose ball foul, says the outside official, Monty McCutcheon. And it is on the Lakers. That's 2 on Odom.
Well, Kobe Bryant trying to pick up Ray Allen's second foul. He was very close to getting an offensive foul right there, but now this is something that Phil Jackson, with Odom picking up 2 quick fouls, going to Josh Powell early. You know, the loss of Bynum, he's more of a pick and pop type of player for the Lakers.
And you can help off to him and clog the lane a little bit more because he's not a threat to put the ball on the floor.
Pierce trying to set it up. Perkins throws right back outside. Shot clock down to 6. Pierce from way downtown. Rebounded by Gasol.
I'm not sure Doc Rivers was real happy with that shot. Still a lot of time on the clock when he shot that very deep 3.
Well, we've got 6 minutes here, and Pau Gasol still has not taken a shot, coming off 31 points in back-to-back games.
And exact shooting, 12 for 17 for the 31 in both games.
I think you just got the memo. Yes. Was that a fax or a text that you just sent, Reggie?
Both.
No, Reggie only faxes Spike Lee. Or texts, I'm sorry. Yes. Here's Allen for 3.
He's been the most consistent, Marv, of the 3 stars this year. He's shooting the ball career high this year from the field.
Here's Fisher from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 1, just under 5.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Rondo getting inside. Rebounded by Gasol. Bryant fielding for Allen. They clear it out. Finds Gasol. Beautiful pass from Bryant.
That's what happens. The ball goes in the post. Kobe gets it, and you catch yourself ball watching. You start watching Kobe, and guys start cutting to the basket. That's when he's dangerous with those passes.
So the Lakers able to handle that opening burst by the Celtics. And they have a 3-point lead. Allen. Rebound Powell. Josh Powell in his 4th year out of North Carolina State. Guys made the rounds with the Clippers last season. Gasol off the head fake. And Phil Jackson takes a timeout. It's a 15-5 run for the Lakers. And they are up by 3 as we come up on 4.5 to play in the first.
And Ray Allen, one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. You're going to have to lock and go with him. Fisher doing a bad job of coming up the pick. Ray Allen knocking down the tray.
Welcome back to TD Bank North Garden in Boston on a bitter cold night. Down to 15 degrees. And we are fortunate to be indoors. And now, Doug, time for tonight's predictions presented by the Motion Picture Push.
Well, Marv, it's strength versus strength. The Lakers offense, they're #1 in the league in scoring. Boston's 2nd at opponents' points, just right behind Cleveland. Points in the paint, the Lakers are 1st. Boston is best at defending the paint, so we'll watch strength versus strength tonight. And assist-turnover ratio, we talked about that. Both of these teams thrive off getting in the open court off turnovers. They take care of the ball. They're both very efficient basketball teams on the offensive end.
And energy and depth. For LA, this is their 3rd game in 4 nights last night. Powell plays 45 minutes. And we already mentioned for Boston and KG, missed 2 games with the flu. Kind of looks winded already. And Kenneth Pair, Bryant and Gasol, last 2 games, 159 points. And for Pierce, the last 2 games, 32 points. So if I was playing poker, I do believe 3 of a kind does beat 2 pair, but you never know.
All right, here's Rondo on the move. Goes all the way. Wild shot handled by Gasol. Lakers by 3 as we come up on 4 minutes to go in the first. Bryant, long rebound. It's taken by Rondo.
You know, Rondo's really pushing the ball tonight, but he's not making good decisions right now. He's taking 2 or 3 really bad shots. So, Reggie, he's got to take that in there. If he doesn't like it, pull it back out and then get his team into the offense.
Pierce with the pull-up. Powell rebounds. Celtics with only 2 scores their last 12 possessions after the good start. Here is Walton. And Garnett with the rebound.
Seen Kobe Bryant go at Ray Allen a couple times. Then Luke Walton gets him down. Ray Allen on the post. I don't know if something Phil Jackson is thinking, trying to go at Ray Allen a little bit on the defensive end.
Doug, a moment ago, mentioned the rugged Laker schedule. This is game 5, and as Bryant, with a pretty scoop, adds to that Laker lead. This is game 5 of a 6-game road trip. They're in a stretch play 7 of 8 on the road. Sunday afternoon, they finished it up with a game against LeBron James and the Cavaliers in Cleveland. 7 points for Ray Allen.
He is so much more acclimated this year to this offense. I think Doc Rivers even would tell you that he just feels more comfortable utilizing his strengths this season.
Here is Powell setting up a rainbow. It's a 3-on-1 for the Celtics. Allen for 3. Well, that time Rondo pulled it back and gave it to a wide open Ray Allen on the 3-on-1 break.
And everyone's saying, wait a minute, Ray Allen was wide open on that 3-point shot. That is the hardest shot for a shooter to shoot because you're somewhat out of rhythm. You're more of a catch and shoot kind of shooter as Ray Allen is. When you've got too much time to shoot, percentages go down.
Welcome back to Boston. The Lakers without Andrew Bynum, leading by 3. Although there are ironic similarities between Bynum's knee injuries the past 2 years, both following perhaps his best game of the year against Memphis, colliding with his own teammate, one on the 13th of January, 1-3, the other on the 31st, 3-1. There's no correlation between the injuries themselves or the rehab process. I called Bynum this afternoon. He was already back in LA beginning his treatment. He said last year it was the left knee. It was a bone bruise and a dislocated kneecap that affected the internal mechanism, which required surgery in May. He said this time it is the outside of his right knee. He says it's a partial tear. He says he thinks that he will be rehabbing for the next 10 days, working on movement. Then he will be much better off. And he says, count on this, I will be back before the end of the regular season.
And Andrew was on the midst of really coming on, averaging 14 points, 8 rebounds. I got a call from Andrew Bynum later in the day, and he just wanted me to pass on to Craig, please stop calling me.
I'm not quite sure I would have picked up that.
It's very annoying.
That call if I would have saw Sake's number coming through.
He uses a pseudonym.
Wow.
So Trevor Ariza has come on for the first time, fires one up, rebounded by Rondo. Lakers up by 3 as we approach 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. This is the second meeting of the regular season between these two clubs. That's last touch by Fisher. It was in LA Christmas Day. Lakers beat the Celtics 92-83. That snapped the Celtic franchise record 19-game winning streak. Boston 27-2 going into that game. Jordan Farmar now coming on for Derek Fisher. Kobe with 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists against the Celtics. And the reason, that's a blocking foul, it is on Garnett. The reason that this game is so significant here tonight, should these two teams meet again in the finals, and if it comes down to a tiebreaker, if the Lakers win again here tonight, they have the tiebreaker.
Well, and Phil Jackson has not minced any words at all. He said, we want the home court throughout. He thought that had they had it last year, they would have won the championship. So they want every team to have to go through LA this year to win a championship. And obviously Boston knows how important the home court advantage is here. Mark, remember last year in the playoffs, they went to go 7 games the first 2 rounds. They won all 4 at home, did not win a road game the first 2 rounds.
Glenn Big Baby Davis, who comes off a very strong performance the other night against Philadelphia, has checked in. Gasol try to finesse it. And here comes Rondo. Farmar back, 2-on-1. And Farmar breaks it up to call for the foul.
Nice job by Rondo pushing the floor. Pierce doing a good job of getting on the wings, trying to finish the play.
Paul Pierce to the line.
Well, they're saying he did not catch the ball before the foul, so it's side out for the Celtics.
It is a non-shooting foul.
So, Reggie, I would have liked to have seen Rondo take that ball and make Farmer come play him and then drop it off. He tried to make that lob, and Farmer read it the entire way. Here's going to be a foul on Farmer. Be the second in the last 2 minutes, so that'll be a 2-shot foul. So a break here for the Lakers in the fact that Paul Pierce is not shooting the free throws, and Rondo, who is not a good free throw shooter on the season, at 63%.
Well, what was the interesting stat in that first game, Coach, that the Celtics only shot 8 free throws in that game. This is a team that's 7th in the league in free throws attempts.
Let's take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Friday on ESPN, it's Denver at Washington, followed by Golden State at Phoenix. Sunday on ABC, San Antonio at Boston. And then the Lakers at Cleveland, coverage starting 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Tuesday on NBA TV Fan Night coverage starting at 7 Eastern with NBA Game Time. Bryant over Allen. So Kobe firing up a total of 9 shots. He's 4 of 9 here in this first quarter.
Got one slipped out his hand.
Oh, Rondo with a beautiful move.
That's what Doc Rivers wants more of him, attacking. Because when he gives the ball up, he becomes a liability as a spot shooter. With the ball in his hands, you've got to guard him, and he's a much tougher cover.
Pau Gasol hit from behind by Kendrick Perkins.
Takes Jordan Farmar, does a nice job here. A little change of pace and then a little reverse layup off the rim. Finally gets one to go. A couple earlier in the game he didn't finish, so gets to the free throw line, sees the ball go in, and then comes back with a nice little reverse layup.
Boston had a foul to give. A minute left in this opening quarter. It's the Lakers and the Celtics from Boston. Nice touch by Josh Powell, the assist for Kobe Bryant.
Well, he's a good mid-range shooter, and I think that the Lakers are starting to find out they like his energy. They lost Curry off to free agency to Golden State, and they like that kind of energy from him coming off the bench.
And he's tough. He's not going to take a lot. He's going to get in there, bang, and rebound.
Allen twisting and turning for that shot. Bryant uses the screen to the crossover. Yes.
And he comes. When in transition like that, Kobe Bryant, especially when the pick and roll happens that quick, you got to be able to adjust and talk. Celtics aren't talking on the defensive end. Easy shot for Kobe.
10 points for Kobe Bryant. Allen with room, passed on a 3, and here is Davis. Powell rebounds. The Lakers can hold for a final shot of this first quarter.
The Lakers have to be thrilled after the Celtics jumped out to a quick start. They recovered. Kobe's done a nice job, 10 points in this quarter with a chance to push it here even more.
He finds Ariza, and he took that extra dribble at a cost. Not able to get the shot off. He lost sight of the shot clock. So that is the end of the first. Here in Boston, the Lakers with a 23-20 lead. Kobe Bryant, the high point man, with 10. Ray Allen leads the Celtics with 7. Back in Boston, the NBA on TNT Thursday is being presented by the United States Marine Corps. And moments ago, Craig caught up with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
Well, Coach, you told us before the game you're worried about Boston's quick starts after their 9-2 lead. They scored only twice on their next 13 possessions. What was the key to your defensive turnaround?
Luck. Really, our transition defense was bad. We left Allen open for shots. They just missed shots. We didn't do anything special.
What about the offensive end? Kobe's already taken 10 shots. Is this one of those games where he feels that he has to put the shots up and make the points?
Well, if Lamar's going to be bashful 6 feet from the basket, he's going to sense that and he's going to take some shot. But no, we got to get other guys involved.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, Mark.
Phil Jackson and his staff will be coaching the West team of the All-Star game a week from Sunday. Second quarter getting underway. The Lakers are up by 3, and a foul is called as Ariza made contact with Pierce. The red-hot Eddie House has come on along with Tony Allen, so Doc Rivers makes some changes.
And Sasha Vujacic is on Eddie House, and Phil Jackson did this a few years ago when Vujacic with the Lakers, obviously, and Eddie House was playing for Phoenix, and Vujacic really locked him down, did not give him any easy shots, so we'll have to watch that matchup tonight.
Now Vujacic switching off to Pierce, and is called for the foul, so that'll put Pierce at the line. In the first quarter, the Lakers 11 of 23 shooting. Celtics, after the good start, went the other way. They finished 8 for 23 from the field.
Vujacic is going to have to move his feet, especially on the pick and roll with the 2-3, because if you're Paul Pierce, you're going to move his feet. And reach out there, you get the foul.
Now, Paul Pierce is so good at baiting into those fouls. He's being played by Ariza, so we'll have to watch that matchup. So some interesting matchups now, and we'll have to see how when both teams go to their benches. Usually when the Lakers are healthy, I think they have one of the best benches in the NBA with that speed and quickness and firepower they have.
On the other hand, I talked with Doc Rivers prior to the game. We asked, are you still looking to make a move? The name Stephon Marbury has certainly surfaced. There's been a lot of talk about Marbury eventually signing with the Celtics. That will count, and the foul. Now, if you guys were coach or general manager of Boston, no question about Marbury's talent, but would you make that move in light of Marbury's history of, let's say, causing chemistry disturbances?
I think as a coach, you would be very, very cautious. I think that Doc Rivers has gone to his 3-star players. They have all endorsed the deal. And I think what they're also saying is they would be paying him very little, and any bump in the road, they could get rid of him immediately. So he'd be on a very short leash. I think that would be the positive thing. Can you get a short-term gain from Marbury? I don't think it would be a long-term gain, but could you get a short-term gain and help yourself maybe win another championship?
Foul is called on Leon Poe. For more on the Stephon Marbury saga, let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Marbury, I was just talking to Danny Ainge about that situation. I said, have you talked to Marbury? He says, no, we've discussed the situation. I don't want to do anything until he gets out of his contract from New York, and then when I see where our team is. Have we talked about it internally? Yes, but I've not talked to him, nor have I made any decision whatsoever about whether he would help or hinder our team.
All right, Vujovic just way off on that shot. Here is House setting up. Odom is back playing with the 2 fouls. Davis changed his mind. Pierce guarded by Ariza. And a bad pass from Davis. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Reggie, reportedly, Boston general manager Danny Ainge reached out to you once again to see if you were interested in coming back to provide instant offense. How serious was that inquiry?
Well, he didn't reach out a couple weeks ago. This is something as Pau Gasol knocks down the shot, foul on Leon Powell. But he had called every time we'd come here to do a game. He'd ask, what kind of shape am I in? And as Pau Gasol is backing down right there, using that size and length, but there's no seriousness to it. I like being over here between Coach Collins and you. This is a nice, comfy job. I get to hang out with Coach.
Well, Ainge did say he was actually checking out the availability of your sister, Cheryl.
I know.
Doug, did Danny Ainge give you a
No,
call?
he did not. And I was down on the elliptical today for 80 minutes and did not see Reggie.
And a blocking foul. It's on Farmar.
Well, Coach, I will say this. You have a lot of trust in Stephon Marbury, because if I was a general manager or head coach, just coming off a championship, I don't know if I would make that. Even though you have a strong locker room with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, I don't know if I trust Stephon Marbury coming in here and just disrupting it.
If I'm New York, I wait till right to the last minute when you have to be on a playoff roster, and if you're not on it, you cannot play, and just roll dice March 1st with to see how much he wants to give up to really play in this league this year.
Cole could not finish, kept alive by House. And chased down by Ariza. So you'd apply a little squeeze there.
Absolutely. I'd find out how bad you really want to play, how much money are you willing to give up to play this season.
2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. The Lakers are up by 6. Derek Fisher back for Jordan Farmar, who picked up a quick 3 fouls, and Gasol is hit.
We talked to Phil before the game, and he said, you know what? Gasol can score down on the post against the team, but he does so reluctantly. Remember last year how Phil was on him about finishing strong, don't flip that ball at the basket. And this is what he has done the last couple games, he and Kobe Bryant. Look at this shooting. Look at the free throw. 159, Reggie, you talked about it. Can a pair beat 3 of a kind? And this is what's happened over the last 2 games against New York and Toronto for the Lakers.
The shot by Ariza, rebounded by House.
And that's what Phil Jackson is talking about, the reluctancy of Lamar Odom to take that shot. You get the ball inside the paint, you at least got to make an aggressive move.
Off the tip, here comes Fisher. Fisher all the way, that counts, and the foul. So Derek Fisher will go to the line. The Celtics are also now over the foul limit very early, only 2.5 minutes in to the second.
Boston, when they get themselves in trouble, they turn the ball over. Marv, you talked about it a while ago, 20 turnovers against Philadelphia for 30 points the other night. And when they don't turn the ball over, they're such an efficient offensive team. They shoot the ball well from the field. They're second best field goal shooting team. They're third best 3-point. They get to the free throw line 26 times a night. It's those turnovers that prevent them, Doc Rivers said, from being the leading scoring team in the NBA.
3-point play for Fisher. Lakers with their biggest lead, up by 9. Chris Mim, playing only his 15th game of the season, has just come out. Here is Pierce. Nice move. Chris Mim, in his 9th year out of Texas, missed most of the last 2 years with ankle problems, but Phil Jackson telling us that he will get a run against some of the bigger teams, and there's Mim playing at home.
That was a great catch. This young guy's been through all kinds of foot problems, foot surgery. I talked to Gary Vee today about what they had to do, that heel. They basically split it in half and realigned it, and he has really fought back as Pierce is trying to keep this team in the ball game with Garnett and Ray Allen resting.
And a loose ball foul is called. It's on Odom, and that's 3 on Odom. 3 apiece on Odom and Falmouth.
Garnett doing a good job, as you said. 2 games off because of the flu. Conditioning is always the first thing to leave you.
But for the game of this magnitude, you burn off so much energy. Both teams are playing better now. And even Doc Rivers said, you know, I watched the Christmas Day tape. He said, when I was there, I thought it was a pretty good game. I watched it on tape. He said, we didn't play well, and really neither did the Lakers. He said, they ended up winning the game, obviously, but he said he didn't think either team played that well that day.
And that was a game that stopped the Celtic franchise record 19-game win streak. Lakers back to a 2-point lead. Again, the double on Garnett. It's deflected, stolen by Fisher, eluding Pierce, and banks it home.
How good is Derek Fisher? That guy is such a pro. You want to talk about the big jump the Lakers made last year. It was obviously the great internal improvement for some of the younger players, but Fisher coming over for Utah and stabilizing that backcourt, he and Kobe with the championship experience.
Nice pass from Pierce. Perkins on the handoff is fouled. Foul on Fisher. Kendrick Perkins, only a 56% free throw shooter, will head to the line.
Well, Kevin Garnett loves to pass the basketball. That's why he fit so well last year. They love to run him to the high post. Then he finds Eddie House on the weak side. Somebody made a mistake and leaves him. And then here you are. When you want to have a good fast break, if your big men run, you got a great chance. And Kevin Garnett.
Welcome back to Boston. In a rematch of last year's NBA Finals, the Lakers lead by 4. Ray Allen was named to the All-Star game today, the 9th time in his career. And if you notice, he is wearing a sleeve on his left elbow. He was in a, quote, minor slump a year ago in the playoffs. He said Rip Hamilton, Detroit, had grown his fingernails and was scratching him every time he tried to run. He said he put on the sleeve to shield himself from Rip Hamilton. He broke out of the slump, and he's been wearing it ever since. You may notice that Eddie House has also picked up on it, and he is wearing a sleeve on his right hand. So I don't know what it is, but he says it's the key to breaking out of a slump. And in a recent poll of NBA players, it was Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller as the 2 best pure shooters in the history of the game. But I think Doug Collins, Marv, because you mentioned he had a 30-point game, he's feeling it as well.
I know Doug going for the props here tonight, Rich.
Well, you know, Marv, I knew it was a 3-man booth tonight, a little tight over here. Reggie's been known to scratch and claw a little bit, so
yes,
I brought my sleeve out tonight as well.
I can't believe you, Coach. Man up. Are you kidding me?
I'm a little soft, but that's okay. Got my sleeve on tonight, too.
Reggie still does draw contact here, even at the broadcast table with that kickback move on the jumper.
Well, I can't show you my knee pad that I have on.
2.5 left in the first half, of the Lakers with a 48-46 lead on the Celtics. Pass intended for Bryant, broken up. Rondo got a piece of it.
Long pass to let Kobe Bryant get down there and post up. Ill-advised pass.
Garnett. And rebounded by Rondo. Pierce looking for the 3. Bad pass, Walton. Able to pick it off.
Those are the kind of plays that Boston makes. That was a high-risk, low-reward pass. You got to get a shot on that. You got a nice offensive rebound. Pull that back and get a shot.
Walton with the shot for 3.
Those turnovers kill you. Turn the ball over instead of getting 2. You give up a 3. So You're going into halftime. You've made a nice run. Finish it off strong. If you're the Lakers, you got to be very happy the way this first half is going.
5 points for Luke Walton. Good job by Derek Fisher hounding Ray Allen. Fisher touching glass.
Well, I like Ray Allen trying to improve his pass down to the low post right there.
Here's Allen with a medium-range jumper.
Well, Kendrick Perkins and Luke Walton, little activity after that play. So Monty McCutcheon warning both of them. Kendrick Perkins is known to get a few the last couple seasons.
I think Luke was upset because Perkins was able to hook him from behind just a moment ago. Coming up on a minute to go in this first half. Walton gets inside, comes back to Gasol, and it's a shot clock violation. Walton did not make contact with the rim, according to the officials.
Well, Powell's got to do a job and look at the shot clock and try to get the ball on the rim.
I think he might have thought that ball touched the rim, and they got a new clock.
Nice back cut by Luke Walton.
Hard to see from that angle.
From that angle is tough.
Leon Wood blows the whistle. They want to reset the shot clock.
Nope. Clearly it
did not hit the rim.
Clearly it didn't. And I see Derek Fisher talking to official Monty McCutcheon, and he's telling him, look, Ray is shoving off too much when he's down low on the screen.
Fisher with a steal. Fisher rejected by Pierce. Rondo. Perkins rebounds. Perkins. Yes. The Laker lead is down to 1.
And it's the offensive rebounding right now for Boston. They're not shooting a high percentage. They're getting multiple shots in this second quarter.
Bryant. The tip by Gasol. There's a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Both teams are over the foul limit. Good job by Pierce protecting the dribble, and Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to set things up. It's a 20-second timeout.
Well, you know, this is a great time, I think, Marv, to talk a little bit about the connection between Doc Rivers and his team. The other night in Philadelphia, had a play late in the game, called it, came out. Philadelphia took a 20-second timeout, went back. He was going to change the play. And the guys talked to him and said, you know, Coach, we really like that first play. They went back to the first play, and Ray Allen hit a 3. So it's the connection you have, and it's a fine line you walk, Marv, because as a coach you have a gut feeling, obviously, about what you'd like to do, but you'd also like to listen to your players. That point in time, they said we like it. They hit the 3, and they won the game. So it's a little bit of a connection that this team has with their coach.
Well, it was this past Tuesday night as the Celtics beat the 76ers on that three-point shot by Ray Allen with 0.5 of a second remaining. Boston on a couple of long streaks this season. They have won their last 12. They had won 19 in a row. That was stopped by the Lakers Christmas Day in L.A.
Well, keep your eye on Derek Fisher. He will not leave Ray Allen. He will be Velcroed to his jersey. He's not going to give him an open shot. And be careful of Eddie House.
Pierce got it inside. That will count. 1.9 left in the half. Walton takes it down. And the ball will go back to the Celtics. They'll have it in their front court with still 1 9/10 seconds remaining in the half.
No, this could be a big possession. It could be a 4 or 5 point play.
Yes,
you know, to end the half. So the Lakers, after really playing well, have, I thought, fallen prey a little bit to the physical play of the Celtics underneath the basket.
And silly turnovers for the Lakers as well.
All right, here's Ray Allen for 3. Halftime here in Boston. The defending NBA champion Boston Celtics leading the Los Angeles Lakers. 7 turnovers for the Lakers, 9 for Boston. And you see points off turnovers. And second chance points. Celtics 52, the Lakers 51. Third quarter underway, and Boston back to their starting lineup. Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo in the backcourt. Garnett is up front with Pierce and Perkins, and a blocking foul charged to Fisher. That is his second personal.
And again, the matchups, you've got Kobe on Rondo, and he's roaming, and Fisher is trying to get his body up into Ray Allen and take him off any catch and shoot opportunity and make him dribble the basketball.
The defending champs with 12 straight wins. Garnett from deep.
He's really gotten into a rhythm. I thought early he was winded. The second time he came back, since that point in time, he's been brilliant.
Bryant being played by Pierce. Way off of that three-point attempt.
And Kobe thought he was fouled by Paul Pierce on the hand.
Bryant with the rebound. A bad shot by Rondo.
We've seen 2 or 3 of those in the game. Really, he's pushing the ball, but really no place to go.
And Kobe has it slapped away. Pierce took a bump from Fisher. So Derek Fisher with the 2 quick fouls. That's number 3. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Doc Rivers said he doesn't know if it's a big game or what it is, but he said everybody on the team is trying to hit the home run instead of just making the easy pass that leads to a good basket. He said especially Rondo. He says he's my point guard, but he has the ball in his hand way too much. I told him to give the ball to Pierce, Garnett, and Allen, our big 3. As for the defensive end, Doug mentioned the points off the turnovers. He also said that there were 20 out of the 21 field goals, 12 by the Lakers were uncontested without anybody putting a hand in anybody's face. I said, how do you know that? He goes, we keep track of everything, and that's one of the worst halves we've had. Marv?
Celtics are 9 for 9 at the line. Paul Pierce, who grew up in Inglewood, California, the site of the Lakers' previous home, the fabulous Forum. Paul, a huge Laker fan as a young student.
It's interesting. Derek Fisher picking up his 3rd foul. Jordan Farmar picked up those 3 quick fouls in the first half.
Bryant, he's come out shooting and not hitting here at the start of the 3rd.
Every shot he's got a hand in his face has been contested, and the degree of difficulty has been very high here for Kobe.
A minute and a half gone by in the 3rd. Rondo gives it right back. Allen for 3. Yes. And the Celtics on a roll. They lead by 8.
Drive and kick and relocate. Ray Allen does a good job getting in. He gets Rondo and gets to the 3-point line, gets his feet set.
13:01 for Boston. Nice fake by Gasol. Perkins with the block. That's his 3rd. Fisher with a deep 3 and comes right back.
How often do we see Derek Fisher make those kind of shots? The Lakers seem to be on the ropes. A big 3 there to bring it back to 6. They've been really scuffling. That's a long 2.
They changed it. Had a foot on the line. Another Boston turnover. Odom very quiet in the first half, and he is fouled. He was blocked. Well, Phil Jackson took a light shot at Lamar Odom in his talk with Craig Sager after the first quarter. Karl Malone in our studio lashing out at Lamar, who has not played well thus far tonight.
Well, when you have as much talent as Lamar Odom, especially with Andrew Bynum going down, he's going to be that guy that, because he can do everything. He can post up, he can score, he can knock down 3-point shots, he can handle the break, and tonight he just hasn't shown it.
He started the season coming off the bench, and with the injury suffered by Andrew Bynum, he is now at the power forward spot with Paul Gasol moving over to center.
Well, even though this team played with him a lot like that last year, 45 games in the playoffs, I mean, his minutes now were down 11. I mean, his points are down, his rebound. He averaged almost 11 rebounds a game, and now he's got to get back into the swing of things and be an important part of this team.
Rondo going the lane off a head fake. He went right at Odom. Gasol feeling for Perkins. Fisher for 3. Odom with the rebound. And then foul by, oh, look out, Bryant and Rondo get involved.
It looks like it's going to be a technical on Rondo for shoving Kobe Bryant. Now, Kobe has to be smart here and walk away, so it's not a double technical. Now you've got the advantage of going to the free throw line and picking up a cheap point, as we call it.
And Paul Pierce trying to stir up Bryant, getting in his ear. So technicals charged to Rondo and Bryant.
So it was a double technical. If Kobe Bryant never would have pointed at Rondo's face, that would have been just a technical on Rondo.
Gasol backing in. Beautiful sweeping move by Paul Gasol.
I always love to take these moments when you have an emotional moment like that. Who's going to capture the moment? Who's going to take advantage of this? Is it going to be the Lakers responding, or is it going to be the Celtics?
Allen eluding Fisher. Ray Allen with 14 points. Celtics 63, Lakers 57. Here's Odom. Nice move by Lamar Odom.
Well, that's his play. You put him at the top of the floor. It's what he did in Miami when he was so good there, and let him isolate and drive that ball to his left hand.
Kobe Bryant was upset with Luke Walton right there that he wasn't able to deliver the ball down low to him on the post.
Allen with the catch and shoot. Rebounded by Odom. Well, things getting a little testy here in the third quarter.
As they should be. These are the NBA finalists.
That counts in the foul. Derek Fisher with the bucket. And he'll go to the line. When Bryant and Rondo were going at each other, I'm thinking, wait a second, Kevin McHale, Kurt Rambis, and there's Kurt,
there we go.
Assistant coach, sitting next to Phil Jackson on the Laker bench.
Kurt always finds himself in the middle of controversy, whether he's playing against the Celtics or coaching.
Just a point of reference.
Now, see, the foul was actually off the ball on Rondo, so Fisher, the reason he's not shooting the free throw is because it was an off-the-ball foul, and that's why Kobe is going to the line.
And Bryant at the line for the first time. So the Lakers back within one. 4 minutes gone by in this third quarter. And you recall it was Phil Jackson, among many others, following the loss to the Celtics in the NBA Finals, made the point that we're not tough enough. It's a 3-second defensive three is called, and they felt with Bynum in the lineup, we gave them a little bit more toughness, that things were changing, but that is still a question about the Lakers.
Well, Marv, along those lines, Phil Jackson normally works his team into the season. This guy's won 9 championships, been in the finals 11 times. Normally a guy comes to training camp and you sort of manage yourself through the season. He started training camp out, maybe had more two-a-day sessions than any team, sending the message to his team, if we're going to win it, we have to be tough, we have to be ready to go out of the blocks, because they had such a great home schedule early. They've got a lot of road games coming up here, so he wants that home court.
But, Coach, how much does it change not having a 7-footer, 300 pounds, Andrew Bynum? Does the psyche change a little bit? Do you think this same Laker team can get back to that same level without him?
Oh, I don't think that, no, I think they need him, obviously, because he changes the game in that paint.
Another quick release from Ray Allen. Celebrating. He announced it earlier today that he has been added again to the All-Star roster. Here's Bryant, rejected by Perkins, but Gasol is right there.
Nice follow there by Pau Gasol. Block shot, clean up the rebound.
Allen's pass was kicked. It is a kickball, says Leon Wood.
You know, I always think of games like this, Reggie. You look at the stat sheet. Which team can find a way to get some easy points? Whether it's second chance, points off turnovers, getting to the free throw line, a couple open threes. And I think that's what's going to change the whole pace. Somebody's going to go down a run with some easy baskets here.
Well, the Celtics did have that 13-0 run, but the Lakers coming right back. Boston up by 3 with 5 minutes gone by in this third quarter, and an offensive foul against the Celtics. It is on Garnett. Look out, Garnett gets involved.
And Garnett and Lamar Odom going at it offensive foul, it looked like, on Kevin Garnett, trying to set a screen for Ray Allen. And then a little eye dance, as I call it, between Lamar Odom and Kevin Garnett.
Well, I think what you're going to see is some quick whistles here now, because you see Kendrick Perkins down here bumping Gasol off the ball. So these referees are going to have to call some fouls here to clean this up a little bit, get very testy.
And we got the whistle away from the ball. Monty McCutcheon indicating the foul on the Celtics. It's on Perkins. That's his third. And Kendrick Perkins, a guy who has been involved in a number of situations this season.
I mean, I'm watching it right here. He bumped him 4 times. The referee gave him the benefit of the doubt. Finally, he called him about the 5th, and here they are bumping again.
But he's doing it right in front of official Monty McCutcheon. I mean, I take it he wasn't summa cum laude.
And that's a blocking foul charge to Rondo.
And that's Rondo's 4th foul. So here's a decision that Doc Rivers is going to have to make. Do you bring in Tony Allen or Eddie House?
Boston is over the limit. Most technicals this season. Celtics lead the way with 67. And Perkins is right there with Rasheed Wallace in terms of the individual lead.
I don't mind it, though. I don't mind when my big fella is aggressive. You got to be smart about it,
right?
But you kind of like Kevin Garnett and Kendrick Perkins being that physical presence.
Well, that's what the Boston Celtics felt was the difference last year in the paint, and Phil Jackson talked about it.
Oh, the lob misfired, recovered by Garnett. Shot clock to 6. Pierce gets inside, came up short, handled by Gasol. Bryant looking for the pick.
This is what Lamar has to do. Be aggressive when you get the ball 15 feet. Don't settle, don't pass the ball.
Fouls on Pierce. That is his first. Celtics over the limit with 6:11 remaining in this third quarter.
Composure. This is a time where you got to take a deep breath and you got to call on your championship poise. You can't let the emotion of the game get you away from it, distracting you from playing basketball.
Odom is 61%. Free throw shooter. Now here's Sasha Vujacic getting set. A check back in. Played briefly in the first half. And he's coming off for Luke Walton, so Phil Jackson will go with a small lineup. Timeout taken. 6:11 remaining in this third quarter. Lamar Odom, Kevin Garnett having a mild conversation.
The eye dance. They're eye dancing.
Welcome back to Boston, where the Celtics and the Lakers are in a 2-point game midway through the third quarter. The Celtics recently hosted an assembly to honor high-achieving students while encouraging all students to take pride in their schoolwork. This season, the Celtics are celebrating the 18th anniversary of their stay-in-school program. The NBA, where caring happens.
All right, thank you, Craig. Lamar Odom back to the line, just 2 of 5 at the line. Rajon Rondo sitting out after picking up a 4th foul. How about Kobe Bryant? Just 1 field goal the last 18 and a half minutes.
Yeah, and his only point actually was on the loose ball foul away from the play when Rondo made the foul as Derek Fisher was scoring the layup.
Celtics up by 1 as we approach 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. Eddie House, who had the hot hand of the first half, and his 8 minutes of play is back on the floor. Pierce from the lead. Garnett stripped from behind by Bryant. Bryant played by House. They double up. Here is Kobe. And on the back tap, handled by Ray Allen. Pierce with the off-balance shot. Lakers try to recapture the lead. Vujacic, Fisher in the backcourt. Here's Bryant down low, posting, and it's a 3-second violation.
So Fisher had a tough time of trying to get the ball down low to Kobe Bryant. Right here, he's calling for the ball, but it just comes a little bit late.
You know, Ray Allen's done a nice job on Kobe. He's got good size, quickness, and he's got a hand in his face on all of his shots. Now, obviously, he's getting a lot of help from his teammates, but his primary defense tonight has been very good.
And he's been getting at the other end as well on his offense.
Pierce off the head fake. House for 3. Eddie House with his 3rd three-pointer. He has been on fire from beyond that three-point line. He now has 11 points in all, and the Celtics lead by 4. Odom with the cross court. Shot clock to 4 to 3. Fisher. The box out by Garnett. Here comes Ray Allen.
Andrew Perkins did a good job of making Derek Fisher just move one dribble.
Nice ball movement. Allen. Perkins trying to keep it alive. And it is deflected out. Last touch by Odom.
I tell you, if you like defense on the last couple possessions, both of these teams rotating beautifully, forcing difficult shots, getting hands and face. I mean, this has been some really good defense here in these last couple moments.
Big Baby Davis checked back in, played very well the other night in Philadelphia. Started at power forward with Garnett sidelined by the flu. Pierce stripped. Odom got a piece of it. Fisher flips it down. Here's Bryant, met by House, and the foul committed by House.
Again, the turnovers, that's one of the things that's keeping the Lakers in the game. 19 points off turnovers. So you look up at the numbers, the Lakers have 66 points. If Kobe scores here, they're going to have 21 points off turnovers, and that's what Doc Rivers talked about at halftime.
And you don't want Kobe Bryant going to the free throw line.
Only his 2nd and 3rd free throws. I have not heard any MVP chants for Kobe here.
Really?
In Boston.
I wonder.
Well, you can be part of NBA All-Star 2009 with your friends on Facebook. Choose your view and chat live on Facebook only at TNT Overtime on NBA.com.
Well, Jordan Farmar back in the game. He really struggled in that first half with the fouls. Only played a little under 4 minutes, so he has been playing very well with that speed and quickness coming off the bench. Let's see if he can give the Lakers a little bit of a jolt.
Well, if he's going to give him a jolt, he can't leave Eddie House. Eddie House on fire from long distance. He can't be caught with his head turned.
Farmar returning last week from an injured left knee, coming back much quicker than anticipated. And the foul on the Lakers as Pierce took a shot to the head.
And I don't know about that call right there. Lamar Odom saying, look, I was just standing in the lane with my hands straight up. And Monty McCutcheon saying, no, you had your hands extended. Good call by Monty McCutcheon right there. His hands a little bit extended.
Interestingly enough, when you look now at the Celtics, Paul Pierce is going to probably do a lot of ball handling, and they're going to let Ray Allen and House play off the ball. So now Kobe has to play Paul Pierce. I mean, he's played Rondo tonight. He's played Ray Allen. He's played Paul Pierce. And forget about the energy he expends on the offensive end. I mean, that could take its toll. 3 games in 4 nights in 3 cities, the amount of minutes he's played.
The foul was committed by Odom, so he has 4. Celtics with a 5-point lead. They're trying to make it 13 straight wins. They have the best record in the league at 41-9. Lakers best in the West, 39-9. Gasol making the turn on Davis. What a beautiful move.
And he's going to be able to get that shot all night because Baby's not going to be able to contest that because of the height differential.
Davis at 6'9" and Gasol at about 7 foot. Garnett off that crisp pass from Pierce.
How about the great extension he gets on that jump shot? When he was a young player, he shot a line drive. Kevin McHale worked so hard with him. getting that shot lifted, getting elevation on that shot. He's a great mid-range shooter.
And he's coming back from the flu. 16 points for Garnett. Bank shot by Bryant. He has 17. The Celtics 74. The Lakers 71.
Well, he has 17 points, Kobe Bryant does, but on 7 of 19 shooting.
They clear it out for Pierce, played by Bryant. Shot clock to 4. Allen with 2 on the 24. Back comes Vujacic. Vujacic and Farmar at the guards. Bryant is now up front with Odom and Gasol. Foul committed by Garnett. That's 4 on Garnett. And now the Lakers take a timeout.
Now Gasol going to work, and all he has to do is take his time and get into a rhythm. Big Baby's going to try to push him off the block. Take your time, shoot over the smaller player. Sweet shooting Pau Gasol knocks that little jump shot down, and then on the other end, Kevin Garnett flashes into the middle. Look at the extension on that jump shot. Beautiful plays by both big men. Boston holds on to a 3-point lead.
The world title. Open is Ainge. Bird goes for 3. 5 seconds to go. Magic with a hook shot. Scores with 2. Batter number 17 soon to be raised to the rafters.
It's one of the best rivalries in all of sports. Combined, the Celtics and Lakers have won 31 of 62 NBA championships. These two teams have met in 11 NBA finals, dating back to the Lakers days of George Mikan in Minneapolis back in 1959. And the Celtics won the first 8 championship series from the Lakers, and they have captured 9 of the 11.
How about the Lakers? 12 of 19 from the free throw line tonight. Make that 12 of 20. Celtics perfect, 13 of 13.
Lakers as a team at 77%, which is pretty good. Davis given the shot, turned it down. Here is House. And he backs it home. That looked long from this angle.
Well, what they want to do is chase him off that 3, and he pulls up and knocks that shot off the glass. So Eddie House has got his whole game working tonight.
13 points off the bench for House. Oh, on a switch, picking up Bryant. The long rebound fielded by Pierce. House with no hesitation. Another 3 for House.
And where's Jordy Farmar in this picture? You've got to stay attached to Eddie House. That is why he's on the floor.
That's his 4th from 3-point territory. Farmar, yes. Jordan Farmar from straight away.
And the Celtics coach is saying, do not help in the post. Do not give him that kind of space. But, Reggie, what happens with Eddie House is every time the Celtics run, you get caught in cross matches. If you don't talk, that's when he gets all those shots.
Celtics up by 5. Shot clock down to 5. House eluding Bryant for 3. And the rebound hold down by Poe, slapped away. Allen on it, lost it. Oh, Farmar put it behind the back. It's a 4-on-3. Vujacic for 3.
How about this? I mean, that's Vujacic and Farmar and Eddie House. We should have the 3-point shooting competition here tonight while the game's going on.
Well, that's big for Vujacic's confidence. Been struggling from the field. Big shot on the road.
1 second differential between the game clock and shot clock as this third quarter rolls down. Celtics by 2. And as Pierce pulls it back, foul is called on Vujacic.
You play defense with your feet. I don't know if that ankle is still bothering him, Coach, or, he's had some leg problems, but he's doing a lot of reaching tonight, Sasha is.
It is a non-shooting foul. They have that foul to give, so the Celtics have 5 3/10 seconds remaining, and here's Rondo checking back in.
And always keep your eye on the guy throwing the ball in. If Ray Allen's throwing the ball in here with 5 seconds to go, chances are something's going to happen here where he's going to be involved to try to free himself up for the shot.
Oh, shit. Pierce eluding Bryant. Pierce to the bucket. Yes!
Looked like Ariza took the hit on the Pierce drive.
You forget how strong Paul Pierce is. Reggie, he's in great shape this year. His weight is down, but he is a power guard, small forward. He gets that big, strong body on you. He has the ability to not only take that contact, look at the shot. After really being bumped by 2 Laker players, that's just a strong play by Paul Pierce.
He is 6 of 6 at the line. The Celtics perfect at the free throw line. They've hit all 13, and now we're hearing the chant of MVP for Paul Pierce.
And he was the MVP of the finals.
2 3/10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Poe gets to it. And that's the end of the third here in Boston. The Celtics 81, the Lakers 77. You are watching the NBA on TNT. TV Bank North Garden in Boston on a rather nippy 14 degree. It's a bitter cold night here in New England. The NBA on TNT Thursday has been presented by the United States Marine Corps. Just moments ago, Craig Sager talked with Celtic head coach Doc Rivers.
One of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. They're chanting "Beat LA" before the game starts. We've had double technicals, all sorts of stuff going on. What do you do in the fourth quarter? Do you have to calm them down?
Well, we got to play with composure, too. We're getting a little frustrated with some of the calls out on the floor. We don't feel like they're letting us play. But that's fine. We just got to keep playing. And I thought we got a little bit frustrated. We don't mind this game the way it's going, but we just got to keep our composure.
Kobe Bryant with 22 minutes without a field goal, only 1 of 6 in that third quarter. How have you changed your defense on him?
He's just missed shots. I mean, really, and that's scary because it's a 4-point game. He's missed shots. You know he's going to try to take the game over in the fourth quarter.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Craig. Kobe getting his customary rest right now at the start of the fourth quarter.
And this is a time when this Laker bench, it's much vaunted Laker bench, has got to step forward. I mean, Eddie Howe, 16 points. The Laker bench, 18, which is the difference in the game. And this is what this bench has to do now. This speed and quickness has got to get out and get some easy scores, Marv.
Foul is called on Ariza, non-shooting foul. Tony Allen is checked back in. Allen and House in the backcourt. Davis with Cole and Pierce up front. So Paul Pierce, the lone starter remaining on the floor, as Ariza slaps it away.
And Ariza's going to have to step up to the challenge of guarding Paul Pierce. And speaking with Phil Jackson before, and he asked him, you know, how's that matchup going to go with Paul Pierce and Ariza? He's like, Paul Pierce usually bumps him off. He's not strong enough.
Shot clock is down to 4. They double up on Davis. Has to force it. Ariza in the open floor going 1-on-2. And rebounded by Poe.
But if he would have acted like he was going to go in there and dunk it, he probably would have got the foul. But he tried to be cute and double pump it.
Pierce for 3. And Ariza able to chase it down. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Farmar accelerating and scores. What a move by Jordan Farmar.
Well, that's what they missed when he was out. Derek Fisher had to play a lot of minutes, got worn down. Fourth quarter, they got hurt with some point guards. Farmar could really help this team.
81-79, Boston. Screen set up for Davis, passed on the shot. They double Pierce. Davis, nice lead pass for Poe.
He has been really aggressive tonight. Offensive boards. He's brought a real toughness to this team tonight.
Well, how about the pass from Big Baby?
Yes.
Big to big.
Farmar putting moves on House. It counts on the foul. House picks up the foul. And Farmar with another beautiful move will head to the line.
Well, he picked up those 3 fouls in that first quarter. Has seemed to come alive in this fourth quarter. Does a little crossover on Eddie House right here. Uses the glass. Going to the line to try to finish the three-point play.
And Doc Rivers' biggest concern now is Kobe Bryant's resting. And if they can get him to under the 8-minute mark, and the Lakers are within 1 or 2, Phil Jackson would take that right now. So I think it's important for this Celtic team to try to get a little bit of a cushion with Kobe resting.
And the Lakers struggling at the line, just 12 of 20.
12 of 21, 57%.
All right, here's Davis. And a foul, a reach-in is called.
You missed 9 free throws and you're only down 2 points. Kobe Bryant, 7 of 20 with only 17 points. If I'm Phil Jackson, I'm pretty happy.
Foul on Vujicic. Here comes Kevin Garnett, greeted by the crowd. Checks in for Big Baby Davis. Davis the other night came up with his first career double-double, played 42 minutes. Doc Rivers said we did not take him out in the second half, and he's not the model of health. So perhaps we can get him to lose some weight by keeping him on the floor. Oh, House able to punch it inside to Poe.
What's been Eddie House and Poe has been the bench tonight for the Boston Celtics.
Odom. He is fouled. So Lamar will head back to the line. Foul on Poe, that is his third.
Well, especially with Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol on the bench. Only 4 shots tonight. Someone has to be aggressive with those two watching.
Some program reminders, a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Friday on ESPN, it's Denver and Washington, followed by Golden State and Phoenix. Sunday on ABC, good doubleheader, San Antonio playing the Celtics here in Boston. And then how about the Lakers going up against LeBron and the Cavaliers starting 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday on NBA TV Fan Night, Denver at Miami. Coverage starts 7 o'clock Eastern Time with NBA Game Time.
Coach, you think LeBron was saying to Kobe, anything you can do, I can do better?
I don't know.
With that performance in New York?
LeBron's done some amazing things, that young kid. I just marvel at, having to follow Kobe in with a 61-point night with 52 and a triple-double. That's pretty good.
That was a masterpiece by LeBron James. Poe again. 10 points off the bench for Poe. So House and Poe have combined for 26 points, and the Celtics have an 87-82 lead. Odom for 3, yes.
I think that's what Karl Malone has been wanting to see from Lamar Odom.
Boston by 2. Rondo playing with the 4 fouls. Banks one home. Very casually with that shot. And Phil Jackson is upset. Phil upset with his team. Took that timeout following the runner by Rondo. It's the Celtics by 4. We'll be right back. For tonight's U.S. Army strong performance of the night.
And it's been the Celtic bench to twosome of Eddie House, who has been on fire, 4 or 5 behind that three-point line. 16 points on only 9 shots in 18 minutes. And Leon Poe, who has been struggling to finish shots, looking for fouls. Doc Rivers says, just go up and finish. Don't worry about the fouls. He's done that tonight. He has 10 points and 8 rebounds in a little under 14 minutes. Those two guys are 11 of 16, 26 points. And right now, they are the difference in the game and one of the reasons why the Celtics have a 4-point lead.
And it's not the big 3 that has led Boston to this lead. 13 of the last 15 points have come from others. Farmar chased by House. Kobe Bryant remaining on the bench. Here is Odom with a long 3 and a foul. It is on Powell. A push out by Josh Powell. So the Lakers with their third team foul. The Celtics have 2.
What do you think that head coach Phil Jackson has to go to the letter of the law and keep Kobe Bryant under that 8-minute mark, Coach?
I think that's what he's going to do. I think he wants him fresh for the finish. It's only a 2-possession game. Make it that a 3-possession game.
Rajon Rondo on target with Kevin Garnett. Well, for a guy who came over to the broadcast table in the opening minutes of the game and said he was winded, I think it's been a pretty nice night for Garnett.
He got his second wind.
Ariza rebounded by Rondo, and he's fouled by Powell.
That's back-to-back fouls by Josh Powell.
And you look at the last 2 possessions, and Boston has to be very happy. You've got Lamar Odom shooting a long jump shot under pressure, followed by Trevor Ariza, and that's what you would like if you're Boston. Those 2 guys shooting long jump shots.
Well, the chippiness continuing here in Boston. Double technicals called on Powell. On Powell, I should say, and Poe.
That's easy for you to say.
91-85, Boston. 7.5 to play in the fourth. Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol have returned. Rondo. And it's deflected out, last touch by the Lakers.
You know, Mark, a while ago I said after Garnett hit that shot, it was a 3-possession game. It's a 6-point game, but it's still only a 2-possession game. So the Lakers still very much alive.
8 on the shot clock. Down to 3, 2, Allen. Rebound Gasol. Here's Odom getting inside. Nice entry pass from Fisher.
That's what he has to do more of. Run the floor, sprint the floor. He's got good speed at that power forward position now. He should do a better job beating big men down the floor.
And Lamar's come on here in the second half. 13 points in all. Garnett with the open shot.
This is time for Kobe Bryant to reassert himself at the offensive end.
Doc Rivers staying with Rondo on Bryant. And a defensive 3-second violation, which will lead to a technical foul. Now Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkins check back in. So Bryant will shoot the technical. He's 2 of 3 at the line. The Lakers continue to have their problems at the line.
And Mark, look at this in back-to-back games. It tells you a little bit about the great conditioning of Kobe Bryant, and 9-2, and also the fact they go to that bench. In this ball game tonight, this is their 3rd game in 4 nights in 3 cities.
Vujacic from the elbow. And a foul. Stay right here, says the official Leon Ward. The call against the Celtics. It's on Perkins. That's his 4th.
Now, this is the lineup that Phil Jackson likes. When Vujacic is shooting the ball, this is so dangerous because you have Fisher and Vujacic out there at the guard positions. Kobe slides down to the small forward, and this is the lineup that Phil likes. The big part of it is Vujacic has got to make shots for it to work.
3rd team foul on Boston. Lakers have 4. Odom sweeping in. Odom with the rebound. Odom scores, and he is fouled.
Where has he been? I mean, he has finally come on. I don't know if he got upset getting knocked around inside, but he has gone to work here, and he's one of the reasons why the Lakers have erased this lead and have a chance here to tie this, pull within 1 point.
Well, he's so talented offensively, he can change hands with the ball and finish.
Garnett picked up his 5th. So 5 on Garnett, 4 apiece on Rondo and Perkins. Odom with 4, and looking for the 3-point play. Lamar Odom with a superb second half. 16 points in all. 9 have come here in the fourth. And it is a one-point game. Here's Rondo. Once again able to protect the ball and score to give the Celtics a 93-90 advantage. Just under 6 remaining in the fourth. Bryant passed on the 3. And his shot has been off. Last touched by Odom.
And I think James Caper was going to call over the back on Lamar Odom, but just decided to say Celtics ball.
Marv, the Celtics have done a great job tonight. Kobe, all of his jump shots, he's had a hand in his face, whether it be a switching big man, whether it's been Ray Allen. This time it was Paul Pierce. Every one of his shots contested. That's why he's 7 of 21 from the floor tonight.
It is a packed house here in Boston. The usual capacity crowd, 18,624. And they have seen a terrific game here tonight. A crowd that includes the head coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, Michael Bivens from New Edition, and actor Chris Evans starring in the new motion picture Push, which Reggie informs me opens tomorrow at a theater near you.
I wonder what his push predictions were for tonight's game.
Well, he has a Celtics jersey on, so I'm assuming he's thinking it's all for the Celtics.
Boston by 3. Just under 6 left in the fourth. Rondo with another runner. That's 14 points for Rajon Rondo. The Celtics 95 and the Lakers 90. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager here in Boston. Kobe Bryant knocks it down from downtown. He had only 2 field goals prior to that shot since the end of the first quarter. Rondo finding the room. Lakers trail by 2. Luke Walton back on the floor. Garnett playing with the 5, and Gasol.
The chair.
Yes,
pull the chair.
The old Rick Mahorn trick. Pierce. And that pass off the mark.
Another one of those home run plays Doc Rivers talked about. Just make the simple play under pressure.
Gasol's pass broken up. Bad pass.
Turnovers. Back-to-back turnovers for the Lakers.
Garnett setting up on Gasol. Fisher went for the steal and a foul on Garnett. That's number 6.
And Derek Fisher did an excellent job of selling that foul right there. He had got a deflection off of KG, was going for the loose ball. And right here, as Derek Fisher comes over to help, you see the deflection there. Derek Fisher acts like he's going for the ball right there, sells it. And Kevin Garnett will be watching the rest of this game. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left.
So Garnett coming back from the flu. He had sat out the previous 2 games. Goes 34 minutes. Hearing it from the crowd as he departs with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 block shots.
Who's going to be able to execute under this pressure tonight? What we've seen is the last 4 possessions, back-to-back turnovers by both teams. So who's going to be able to execute under pressure? You know the Lakers are going to play through Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol.
Only the second time that Garnett has fouled out this season.
How about the confidence that Doc Rivers is showing in Big Baby Davis? Leon Powe, who's been having an excellent night tonight. 10 points, 5 of 7, 8 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, and he goes with Big Baby Davis.
Davis defending on Odom. Lakers in possession, trailing by 2. Here's Gasol facing up on Perkins. Fisher for 3. Walton trying to back tap, kept alive. And Davis is on it. Good hustle Hustle play by Big Baby Davis.
Woo, maybe that's why, Coach.
Shot clock to 6. And a reaching foul on Walton.
These are the kind of plays that turn the game in your favor. The ball is in there. Who's going to scrum it out? And look at the Big Baby as he's coming right towards Reggie and I, and Marv did not even move to try to help us on that play.
I had full confidence that the monitor would block Big Baby. You know, the important thing is that you hang in to make the call.
Got it. You're a trooper. Just like a quarterback, you understand that middle linebackers coming in, you take the hit and deliver it.
Lakers over the foul limit, but Pierce not able to take advantage. He's 6 of 8 from the line. He's missed his last 2 free throws. And he is an excellent foul shooter. Next foul would put the Celtics over. Boston by 3. 3.5 remaining in the fourth.
And how about the matchup at the defensive end? Paul Pierce guarding Kobe Bryant.
Bryant for 3. And the game is tied at 96.
He can miss 10 straight and think he's hot. That's a beauty of great players. They don't even think about their last miss. It's next play. Next play.
That's his 3rd three-pointer. Fisher jumping out on Pierce. And Pierce drew the foul.
You know, with a game of this magnitude, that's a ticky-tack foul to be called this late. As physical as this game has been all night, you got to let these two teams play it out.
That's the 4th on Fisher. Don't miss an all-new episode of TNT's new hit series, Trust Me, Monday at 10/9 Central is what he said, only on TNT. Here's 7 of 9 at the line. He is an 86% free throw shooter. Paul Pierce averaging 19.5 per game to lead the Celtics, headed to the All-Star game for the 7th time in his career.
Marv, how about this number? The Celtics are 20-0 this year at home when they shoot 45% or better. Tonight, almost 47%. Let's see if that stands true here once again.
Just under 3 to go in the 4th. Bryant for Odom. And it's deflected out. Last touched by Odom, says Monty McCutcheon.
Kobe got in the air that time, Reggie, and he was going to shoot it, and Paul Pierce chased him off the shot. It's one of the things you don't want to get hung up in the air, and he tried to get it to Lamar Odom, but that ball went off his hands.
And Kobe Bryant in the 4th quarter. I don't know, Coach, if there's a player that this cold-blooded just stares you down, raises up, and ties the game.
From one cold-blooded shooter to another. Wait a second.
And much respect to number 24.
2:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Celtics with that 2-point lead. Timeouts remaining. Each club 2 full. And a 20. Both teams over the limit. What are you looking for?
Well, when I look at Boston's lineup now, Mark, my concerns are you've got Rondo out there, who really is not a guy you look for a lot of offense, and you've got Big Baby and Kendrick Perkins on the floor. So basically you got 2 scorers out there. So without Garnett on the floor, they're going to have to go to Paul Pierce here and Ray Allen to look for the points here for the Celtics.
Here's play by Walton. Shot clock to 7. Pierce. Yes! A clutch shot for Paul Pierce. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And that was a nice screen by Big Baby Davis.
20 points for Pierce. Gasol with the fake. Oh, what a move by Paul Gasol.
Well, you got to remember, he had 7 huge points down the stretch in that Christmas Day game. He had struggled all game long on the 25th. See if he can assert himself tonight.
Allen misfired on a three. Rebound Gasol. And the Lakers with a chance to tie it or take the lead. Just under 2 to go on the fourth. Pierce on Bryant. Shoots for three. Yes! Another three from Kobe Bryant, who's come on here in the fourth quarter. It's the first time the Lakers have led here in the second half.
Paul Pierce is going to have to crowd Kobe and make him put the ball on the floor and hopefully get some help.
Pierce trying to shake off Walton. Davis not able to hit.
See, the Lakers can clog the lane because they have 3 guys out there right now that can't score. I'm surprised they don't maybe go put Eddie House out there and maybe go to a smaller lineup to get another shooter on the floor.
Kobe Bryant has knocked down 3 threes here in this fourth quarter. Gasol sets the pick. Shot clock to 7. Bryant faces the double. Shot clock down to 3. Gasol with the rebound, and it's a 24-second violation. That did not make contact with the basket.
That's one of those that Pau Gasol's got to go in and try to tear the rim down. You can't flip that shot because the Celtics were in a position they were going to have to foul. He sort of flipped one up there, and that's one of those plays that sort of aggravates Phil Jackson. He's played such a great ball game. But watch this as he gets in the lane. This was the previous possession here. We had beautiful footwork, the little floating right-hand hook. And then Kobe Bryant, this is his 3rd three, just steps back. Look at Paul Pierce, and he's got a hand in his face. I mean, that's just a great shot by a great, great player.
Let's take a look back at tonight's predictions presented by Push in theaters tomorrow.
Well, Lakers offense versus Celtic defense. It's a push right now. Assist turnover ratio, Lakers plus 6 points off turnovers. Reggie, you talked about the energy and depth. Eddie House had 16 points off that bench. Leon Poe had 10 for 26 for the Boston bench. And can a bear be 3 of a kind? Brian Gasol 45. The Boston 3 stars 54. Garnett is fouled out. And coming out of this timeout, we're looking once again, Rondo, Perkins, and Big Baby on the floor. 3 guys who struggle to score. So can Paul Pierce and Ray Allen shake loose to get a good shot? Big Baby 0 for 5 on the night.
We're down to 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Lakers up by 1. That Celtic 12-game win streak on the line. The Lakers have won their first 4 on this 6-game road trip. Pierce guarded by Bryant, gives it up, and again it's Davis with the shot, and again he's off, but able to get back to it. Pierce with the drive, and draws the foul, so Paul Pierce will head back to the line.
And I think they're calling the foul on Kobe Bryant right there on the drive, just nudged Paul Pierce a little bit as he went into that shot. But how about Big Baby Davis? Misses the shot, presence of mind, the following shot, and gives the Celtics another possession.
Yeah, because he's the kid who gets down on himself. And that's one of the things the Celtics have really worked with him on, is keeping his confidence up when he struggles.
Well, the confidence there here tonight in the fourth quarter. Paul Pierce now 9 of 12 at the line. He is an 85% free throw shooter.
So, you know what happens? I'll tell you how this changes it. If Paul Pierce makes this, and it's a tie game, you almost give Kobe almost a free look at a shot rather than trailing. All of a sudden, now the game is tied. It's not looking to have to make a shot to take the lead. A little different game pressure.
5-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Lakers 101. Celtics 101. Shot clock to 5. Bryant. Rebounded by Perkins. And a timeout called by the Celtics with 7 and 7/10 seconds remaining in the fourth.
I'm not quite sure that was the shot Kobe wanted. I thought he wanted really just to dance on him and pull up. When Paul Pierce made him turn his back, it was to his advantage. Right there, Paul Pierce has the advantage. It looked like it was good, just a little bit short.
remaining. In the fourth quarter, the game is tied. It was this past Tuesday night in Philadelphia. It came down to a final shot, and Ray Allen was able to knock it down with 5/10 of a second remaining. This after he hit a shot from three-point range with 31 seconds to go.
And now what Boston's done, they've gone all small. So they have Eddie House who can shoot it. You've got Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, Rondo a penetrator, and Tony Allen a guy who likes to drive. So they're going to put all kinds of pressure now on the Lakers to get a stop here with 5 guys who can all make a play.
And Phil Jackson answers that by putting in Vucevic and taking out Lamar Odom.
The chant of Beat LA as Ray Allen gets set to inbound. Pierce down to 5. Down to 3. 2. Ball knocked away. Here's House. Flings it. And we are headed to overtime. It was off the palm of his hand.
You know what? We saw 2 great defensive plays. Paul Pierce on the previous possession against Kobe, and a great job by Kobe Bryant to knock that ball loose from Paul Pierce. 2 great defensive plays.
We head to a 5-minute overtime session. Lakers and Celtics tied at 101. We're back in Boston, where we have seen some drama, some chickiness, and some exciting play as we head to overtime. The Lakers playing only their second overtime game of the season. They lost to the Bobcats in double overtime at home. That was 5 games ago. Boston has won 3 of 4 wins at Indiana here at home against the Pacers, and they lost at Charlotte, so 3 up and 1 down. Although overtime records have very little significance, Odom gives the Lakers a 2-point lead.
To me, it's going to be, can Boston score? I mean, that's what it's going to come down with. Kevin Garnett out. They're really missing that other offensive player on the floor.
Garnett fouling out late in the fourth quarter. Rondo, nice change of pace move. The game is tied at 103.
Rondo is that one X factor that the Celtics have, because no one out there can match his speed.
And Rondo has been hanging in after picking up a 4th foul early on. Here is Fisher with a rainbow back tap, chased down by Bryant. Kobe getting the Lakers back into it, hitting 3 late 3-pointers in the 4th. Bryant comes up short. Perkins rebound.
I'm not quite sure if that didn't slip out Kobe's hand.
Allen with the step. Allen with the bucket. Boston by 2.
This is where Vucevic not playing well hurts the Lakers, because Luke Walton does not have the foot speed to play against Ray Allen.
Bryant for 3. Rebound handled by Gasol. A minute and a half gone by in overtime. Gasol. Little scoop shot has tied the game at 105. He's 9 for 13, 21 points.
A little slow on the rotation that time from the weak side of Boston. The slip of the pick by Gasol, that defender from the Celtics. He's got to get there quicker.
Allen chased by Fisher. Allen. Oh, he got the friendly run.
Ray Allen doing a good job of not settling when he's coming off the screens for that shot. Doing a good job of driving the lanes, getting into the paint, and making something happen.
22 for Allen. Boston by 2. This is not what Phil Jackson had in mind coming off the game in Toronto last night. Going to overtime here in Boston.
But he'll take it.
Bryant for 3. Celtics in possession, up by 2 with 2.5 to go in the 5-minute overtime.
Kobe's trying to throw some overhand rights, 2 back-to-back 3-pointers, trying to daze the Celtics.
Allen saves the pass. They double up on him. Rondo given the shot. Perkins hanging in, and it's deflected out. Last touch by the Lakers. Good job by Kendrick Perkins.
Well, that's the flaw in Rondo's game right there. You could see once they backed off in the lane and they forced him to shoot that jump shot, you could just see when he shot it, he didn't believe it. He did not believe it.
Zero confidence in it.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in overtime. Pierce. Rebounded by Odom. Walton on the move. Has to kick it back. Here's Bryant. Draws the foul. It's a non-shooting foul. It's on Pierce.
And look at Rondo right here. First play of overtime. Just does a good job of accelerating. Get into the paint, and Ray Allen. Just one catch, a couple dribbles, using the glass, not settling for outside shots.
But Paul Pierce is doing a great job on Kobe here in the overtime.
Nice pass from Odom, and Gasol was able to stop.
Now that's the play they ran late in the game on Christmas Day, where they trapped that pick and roll, and you flash a guy, that time Odom, and he gets Gasol. So that is a scouting report play, and that's what happened in Christmas Day.
Lakers and Celtics tied at 107. This time Davis gives it back. One on the shot clock. Here comes Fisher. 2 on 1. Has Bryant. Bryant for the trailer. Gasol. And a foul. It's a blocking foul on Boston.
And Ray Allen was trying to take the offensive foul on Paul Gasol. And like you, Coach, Fish did a good job of making sure, Ray Allen, you hold on to the ball. Textbook fast break. You hold on to the ball. You make Ray Allen commit. Kobe does a good job of seeing the trailing big man coming down the lane. You reward him by giving the ball up.
Gasol 3 of 5 at the line, an 80% free throw shooter. However, he has missed his last 2. Make it his last 3.
Lakers 14 of 26 tonight. 53%.
You can always tell when guys are nervous. They start pulling at their shirts or their shorts.
Well, Powell hits 1 of 2. The Lakers have a 1-point lead. Celtics call for time with 1:11 left. In overtime, it's been a beauty here in Boston. We'll be back after this. Rondo picked up by Odom. Davis with room. Big baby Davis has given Boston a 1-point lead.
How about Doc Rivers? Confidence. He was 0 of 6 when he made that shot.
You kept talking about him saying he couldn't make a shot, Coach.
He's hot now.
Down to 50 seconds. Shot clock to 5. Bryant having trouble getting the shot off. Chased down by Pierce.
Again, Paul Pierce, excellent defense. Every shot has been tough in this overtime for Kobe.
Half-minute left in overtime. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Celtics with a 1-point lead on the ball. Davis again with room. It's blocked by Gasol. The pass is broken up, but a foul.
Foul on Big Baby Davis as the shot was being blocked. Lamar Odom was trying to outlet the pass to Paul Gasol.
Look at Paul Pierce and Kobe. This is an area of the game that Paul Pierce has really improved on. Kevin Garnett coming over here, changed the culture of this team defensively. Paul Pierce's numbers are down offensively, but that is great defense. He's forced those kind of shots, and now Odom going to the line here. Struggled all night.
Boston over the limit, so here's Lamar Odom, just 5 of 9, and as you see, 61% on the season. Only 16 seconds remaining in overtime, and the game is tied at 109.
And again, how big is this one? If they miss, then Boston can hold for the last shot with a chance. If you miss, you're going to OT. If he makes it, the pressure's on now. You got to score.
The Lakers up by 1, and Doc Rivers takes a timeout. We're down to 16 seconds to go in overtime. Lakers 110, Celtics 109.
What do you think he's asking?
We got to find out if Phil came out and something about a rule, and I don't know exactly what it is, but where's Sager?
Yeah, where's Craig?
Craig, we need to find out what's going on here.
Yeah, look at Kurt.
They're talking about some rule here.
What's going on? All right.
He's saying that's not the rule.
Well, Boston uses their final full timeout. They have a 20. Lakers have a full and 2 20s. Celtics over the limit, and the Lakers also have a foul to give.
Well, the situation again now is, it's going to be Paul Pierce and Ray Allen are going to be the guys who try to get the shot.
Yeah,
the question is going to be, are the Lakers going to force it out of their hands to someone else? Big Baby's taking the last 2 jumpers, made one and got the other one blocked.
I wouldn't be surprised, too. Ball ends up in Rondo's hands as well. This is a guy with exceptional speed. He can get to the rack.
They got to be careful, because with a foul to give, they can't hold it out and shortchange themselves. So they're going to have to do something a little quicker than they normally would.
Pierce on the fake exchange, not able to hit. Rebound, Rondo. We're down to 5 seconds. Down to 4. Down to 3, and a foul. They had that foul to give, though. Not a bad foul, as Fisher went sliding into Rondo with 3 seconds remaining in overtime, and Fisher shake it up.
Well, how about the Lakers electing not to take the foul on Paul Pierce's drive, and they save it on the second shot opportunity by the Celtics. And here Derek Fisher just undercuts Rondo right there. Took a sneaker to the head. Yeah, but Kobe didn't know that they had a foul to give, probably, or probably forgot.
Celtics take a timeout, so that is their final timeout, which means they must get the ball in bounds.
And let's see if Doc Rivers goes back to that same small lineup he had, remember, in the last possession before of regulation. You got to, I think, get Eddie House on the floor. You got to get a couple other shooters, maybe a guy who can set a screen, a big guy who can free you. But again, the ramifications of this game, Marv, I mean, this could be the tiebreaker if both these teams would have the same record. And if the Lakers win tonight, they would win the series 2-0 and have that tiebreaker. So there's a lot riding here in the last 3 seconds.
All right, the Celtics come out with Pierce, Davis, Rondo, Allen, and House. 3 seconds to go in overtime, and the Lakers with that 1-point lead.
And if you're the Lakers, you switch everything on defense. And now you got Gasol's got to be able to get out, and you got 4 smalls, so switch everything on defense.
3 seconds is an eternity in the NBA.
Ray Allen will put it in play. Bothered by Fisher. Davis gets it back. Here is Allen, blocked by Gasol, and the Lakers come up with a huge victory here in Boston. They defeat the Celtics in overtime, 110-109. Doug, as you mentioned, should it be a Laker-Celtic final down the road? The tiebreaker goes to the Lakers for home advantage. The Lakers now have the best record in the NBA at 40-9 by percentage points over the Celtics. Kobe Bryant, the high man for LA with 26. Pau Gasol with 24. Lamar Odom finished strong with 20. Ray Allen leading the Celtics with 22. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, first of all, Kobe, 48 minutes wasn't long enough for this game. We had to add another 5. What happened in that last defensive possession when obviously Boston felt that there's a foul on Ray Allen?
No, I don't think so. They're a physical team. They play physical, and that's the way the game goes. Sometimes you'll get the call. Sometimes you're not gonna get the call.
You guys had a foul to give when Derek Fisher was there a second ago. How important was it to have that extra foul?
It was very important. We played smart down the stretch. And, that was a big foul to use.
People before this game started were chanting, beat LA, beat LA. The atmosphere, obviously, your first time back since losing the NBA Finals last year. How big was this game for you guys?
It was a big game. You know, we're obviously undermanned. I don't think anybody thought we were going to come in here and win. And we didn't play our best basketball at all. You know, not even close. But we still managed to win.
A heck of a road trip so far. One more to go.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Craig. A stirring game here in Boston. An overtime victory for the Lakers as they defeat the Celtics 110-109. Thanks to our producer, Scott Cockerell, our director, Renardo Lowe, statistician, Brian Taylor. So the Lakers now have, at least for the moment, the best record of the NBA by percentage points over the Celtics. Again, the final in OT. LA Lakers 110, Boston Celtics 109. So for Doug Collins, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager, I'm Marv Albert saying so long from Boston. Coming up, Kevin Harlan, Mike Fratello in Salt Lake City. It's the Mavs and the Jazz.
guys have a long memory. The playoffs were good to us. They were great to us. And the fans are here in full force tonight for this game.
I know you never missed 2 shots in a row. If you get it coming up, you'll make the next one.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Thanks a lot. We'll take a break. The halftime report coming up next with Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Karl Malone. The T-Mobile halftime report from our studios in Atlanta.